Hey guys, kind of a different project today. By the way, Happy New Year. Today's January 1st, 2023. Anyway, I've been getting into my laser engraver and I wanted to start making some live edge decor. And this is a test piece, but I found a guy, and believe it or not, I got six, he claims it was seven, but I think it's a little short of seven cords of this slab wood. This is a smaller piece. There are bigger pieces, but I want to try and keep what I'm going to be doing about this size. So the problem is when you put it in your laser engraver, it obviously is a rounded base, and I want to be able to keep it nice and straight. No chance of moving, especially if I wind up doing some intricate designs. So what I decided to do, and I saw some videos where people are taking their slabs and screwing boards into them like this to keep them level, but then you're going to waste, you're probably going to trim it anyway, but you're going to have screw holes in this and you're going to have to trim past those, and it's just too time consuming. So I decided to make this jig, make it once, and it will work for pieces up to about 16 3/4 inch in length, which is what I'm doing right now. This jig is 17 long, 10 wide, with a space in the middle of 3. And the reason I left that space is so that you have a spot to let the curvature of your work hang below it without having it, you know, you're kind of in the same boat if you don't. Excuse me, I think I'm getting sick. So anyway, I just basically took some scrap wood, cut them to the length that I wanted, 17 in this case, countersunk some screws, did a little glue and screw, both sides. And what I'm going to do is this carriage bolt, and it doesn't need to be super tight, just to hold it so it doesn't jar loose. I'm going to be able to turn this by hand. So drill the hole through one end, countersunk it, and drop the nut in here. What I'm going to do is epoxy this nut in place. I'm going to use, I think I have DevCon. Yeah, DevCon 2-part epoxy. And to make sure that I don't get the threads boogered up with epoxy, I'm going to leave the bolt in here. And then I'm going to take some oil, and it doesn't matter what kind of oil. I guess I didn't think this through enough. I need a place for this to stand upright while it dries. But anyway, I'm going to take some oil and put it on the threads of the bolt, spin it down a little bit to get the oil inside the nut, and then I'll epoxy the nut in place. And that'll stay there, and it's just going to be finger adjustable. So this should work fine. I'm going to go mix up the epoxy, put a little oil on this bolt, get it in the threads, and epoxy this up, and we'll be back in a second to check out how this is going to work. Alright, so the epoxy is cured, and I opted to epoxy a nut on both sides of the end board, and yeah, it looks kind of Frankenstein, but just keep your threads lubricated with some kind of oil, olive oil, linseed oil, any kind of oil, just to keep the epoxy from attaching itself to your carriage bolt or whatever bolt you're using. And basically all you do, and I have this set up so it works by hand, a couple of different thicknesses of end pieces, hardwood, just so that the end of the carriage bolt, and you know, you could get crazy and put a nut on the end of this or a washer and weld it or whatever, but it's not that critical in my opinion. But yeah, just turn in this carriage bolt, get it nice and snug, check it with a level. I'm not gonna burn this right now, but yeah, just get it nice and level. My laser is the xTool, so I have legs on it that will extend it high enough to clear all of this and still have the proper Z-axis. So this is gonna make life a lot easier. It holds it snug, and I don't have to drill into the end of my edge pieces. So I just thought I'd share this. Hope you guys are having a great New Year's if you're awake yet. East Coast time, it's just after 2 o'clock. So enjoy your New Year's. Hope everybody's safe and healthy, and we'll talk soon. Take care, y'all.